Sri Lanka played their inaugural one-day international match in the 1975 World Cup, which was held with the participation of then 6 full members and 2 associates, including Sri Lanka. The Anurathenakone-led Sri Lanka team were placed in Group B and lost all 3 matches despite a few notable performances by players like Sunil Vettamuni and Michael Tissera. The 1979 World Cup, which again featured 8 teams, was one of the most unforgettable tournaments for Sri Lanka as Anurathenakone and co managed to defeat India and record the island's first one-day international win. Sunil Vettamuni, Roy Dias and Dulip Mendis scored half-centuries in what was the first time an associate country defeated a full member in an ODI. Sri Lanka participated in the 1983 World Cup as a full member under the leadership of Dulip Mendis, but were able to win only 1 match out of the 6 they played. Ashantha Dimel was the highlight of the tournament for Sri Lanka as he ended up as the second highest wicket taker with 17 wickets in 6 matches, including 2 fifers. The 1987 World Cup, where a team's innings was shortened from 60 overs to 50 overs for the first time, was another disappointing tournament for Sri Lanka, just like the past 3 World Cups, as the island nation couldn't go past the first round, again losing 6 out of 6. After getting hammered by West Indies courtesy of a magnificent 181 by Sir Vivian Richards, Sri Lanka came back strongly in the second match against the same opposition, only losing by 25 runs. In the first 9-team World Cup, Sri Lanka managed to win 2 matches out of 8 under the leadership of Aravinda de Silva. The highlight of the tournament was Sri Lanka chasing 312 against Zimbabwe, which was the first time a team successfully chased a 300-plus total in an ODI. In their first home World Cup, visionary Arjuna Ranatunga Sri Lanka were able to become the champions of the world, beating all odds after 5 early exits in the previous World Cups. In the first round, Australia and West Indies forfeited matches, so Sri Lanka were awarded points from walkovers and quite easily qualified to the knockouts unbeaten. England, India and Australia were beaten in the quarter-final, semi-final and final respectively as Sri Lanka earned their first world title. Aravinda de Silva was named Player of the Final for his valuable century, and Sanath Jayasuriya was named Player of the Tournament for his incredible hitting and all-round performances. 1999 World Cup was an unforgettable tournament for Sri Lanka as they couldn't defend their title after failing to go past the first round, losing 3 out of 5. Their only wins came against Kenya and Zimbabwe, while legendary captain Arjuna Ranatunga retired from ODI cricket after this tournament. Sri Lanka topped Group B in the first round of the 2003 World Cup with 4 wins, though they were beaten by Kenya and tied a game against South Africa. After the Super 6 round, the Sanath Jayasuriya-led Sri Lanka were coupled with the mighty Aussies to play in the semi-finals, which they lost by 48 runs. Chaminda Boss picked up 23 wickets, which was the most by a bowler in the tournament, including a hat-trick versus Bangladesh off the first 3 balls of the game. Mahela Jayawardena's troops were able to carve out a Sri Lankan mark at the Caribbean as they became the runner-up of the tournament in 2007. Sri Lanka won 8 out of 11 matches, losing only to eventual champions Australia in 2 matches and South Africa by just 1 run when Lasith Malinga showcased his magic to pick up 4 wickets in 4 balls. Muthaiya Muralidharan ended up as the second highest wicket taker of the tournament with 23 scalps, while the batting charts were topped by Master Blaster Sanath Jayasuriya with 2 centuries and captain Mahela Jayawardena, who made a memorable century in the semis against New Zealand. The 14-team World Cup in 2011 was again one of the bittersweet tournaments for Sri Lanka as their dreams were shattered in another World Cup final. Sri Lanka maintained an impressive record, losing only one game in 8 matches before the final, where they lost by 6 wickets to India despite a brilliant century from Mahela Jayawardene. Openers TM Dilshan, Upul Taranga and captain Kumar Sangakkara were all within the top 5 run scorers of the tournament. The spin wizard Muttiah Muralidharan retired from international cricket after the 2011 tournament. Under the leadership of Angelo Matthews, Sri Lanka could only make it to the quarter-finals of the 2015 World Cup after winning 4 out of 6 matches in the first round. This World Cup will be remembered among Sri Lankans for their stunning batsmanship displayed by Kumar Sangakkara, who orchestrated 4 consecutive centuries before calling it quits in ODIs with his partner in crime, Mahela Jayawardene.